with today's top drink item. What are we going for today?
Well, I think today, how about a ginger ale with a nice good squeeze of lime?
Oh, very good.
And I think that would be really refreshing. And then, if you're Matt and you need to add alcohol to it, maybe a dash of rum. But, on its own would be very delightful.
Actually,
too.
yeah, if you have a nice squeeze of lemon in there, that'll be very nice. A whole shot of... And also you can have as much of that as you like.
You can.
Yeah, very nice trick. Okay, it's a top suggestion. Why are you frowning?
You have as much as, what, of the rum?
The ginger ale.
Oh,
if
right,
it's ginger ale and a squeeze of lime, you can have as much of that as you like.
I see, yeah, of course.
Not with the rum, obviously.
Yeah.
Anyway, today's tale comes from Jeff. Jeff, thank you very much indeed for today's confession. Dear Father Simon and the beautiful collective, particularly Susie, but also Matt.
But also...
Yeah, just a little bit. I've been mulling this story for a while. I'm not sure if you're going to allow it through. Well... with changes, yes. I know Sister Susie is a fierce moral guardian in these matters. Matt, not so much.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, some years back, I worked for a company that made essential items for demanding customers. I'm going to leave it vague. My job was not crucial to the firm's operation, I realise, but the office was convivial and the chat usually friendly. I enjoyed my days there, even if Tristram, the office manager, was a little too keen on his own reflection. This is not relevant to the story, but of course, if there's a Tristram in the story, I know how much Matt enjoys it.
Yeah.
So there you go. We were based in a classy part of the world, which was vaguely in the Surrey or Sussex area of the UK. I mean, it's either Surrey or Sussex.
That's pretty vague.
You'd have thought maybe it's on the border. I don't know. My company's phone would ring incessantly because our product was very, very popular with the good folk of Surrey and Sussex, and indeed around the world. I would be constantly answering the phone to customers who would demand 6 of this and 18 of the other. And was the special offer from last year still in place? To which the answer is obviously no, that was last year. Some of our customers, Father Simon, weren't very bright, says Jeff.
Okay.
I wasn't the only one taking orders, although I was Employee of the Month a couple of times. I was clearly the hardest working, and my orders reflected this. Anyway, there was one other thing that you should know about our company's phone number. It was almost the same as our local radio station. I used to listen to this station and it was pretty good, though obviously not a patch.
Obviously.
Our phone numbers were 1 digit out. Theirs was a 6, ours was a 9. Now, during wintry periods, this radio station had a snow line. This was an important service which advised on where the snow was falling, how much of it was falling, and which roads were affected. If it had been snowing for a while, they would then give all the details of school closures due to bad weather. Parents used to ring my company's phone number in error, and I would correct them politely and professionally and guide them to the correct phone number. For the first 200 times this happened, I kept a level of service that was decent. I'm sorry you need the radio station, try this number, and so on. But I started to feel a little jaded, a little exhausted with that whole be nice to people routine. I mean, it's quite difficult sometimes. So after a few days, and as I was, for a while, the only person in the office early in the morning, Tristram and the others delayed because of the weather, things changed a little. Parents and sometimes children started calling in to ask if their school was closed, and I said yes. One young lad even rang in and his words were, "Is my school closed?" He didn't even tell me which the school was, and I said, "Yes, it is. No school today. Probably none tomorrow either." I then began telling every caller that their school was closed. "Is the Bellevue Academy for Young Ladies still open?" "Not a chance, mate." "Hello, is that the snow line?" "Yes," says I. "Is St. Custard's open today?" Definitely not.
I mean, come on.
"My Tracy goes to the Bass Street Academy for ne'er-do-wells. Is that open?" "Shut all week, mate." Father Simon, many a call, many a made-up school closure, I have to say. I have honestly no idea how many children got into trouble for not going to school because of me, but when I think about it, maybe quite a few. Maybe it occurs to me now their education was harmed due to my recklessness. I seek forgiveness for my actions, as this guilt has been on me for over 25 years. Thank you, Father Simon. Thank you for your generosity in anticipation of my imminent forgiveness. I'm not sure you're going to get it because, as you say, Sister Susie is a fierce moral guardian in these matters. What do you say, Sister Susie?
Well, I don't know, I'm torn here, Jeff, because, shouldn't they have contacted the school themselves to find out if it was closed? Why are they calling the local radio station?
Because of the snow line.
Well, yeah, but you can't go direct, I think. And,
yes.
If you had that many calls, over 200, I probably would have stopped answering at one point. So you actually were doing a little bit of good, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm in a forgiving mood. But I'm going to forgive you because their probably school was closed if it was that snowy. And you only did it the one day.
I'm shocked. I
know.
Lax. I think there's something else in your
I've got to
ginger
say,
ale.
I'm in lockstep with Susie.
Oh,
And
really?
That showed you how far her morals have sunk. I mean, quite right. Why are you ringing up the radio station? Ring up. Here's a thought. Ring the school. Or, listen to the radio, which will then tell you whether your school is shut or not. Absolutely right, Suze. Good to know you and I are on the same level.
Wow,
Oh, dear.
Yes, definitely forgiven. Right down there with the sewers.
Children's